Hello? Yo. Hello? Okay. Come to the side door. Yeah. All right. Yo.
All right.
So if there's no chairs, I can grab a chair.
All right. I got you.
I mean, are you doing community service too, or you just?
No, it's just accompanying me
Yeah.
today. Most of the time, before I just be by myself.
Well, I'm about to teach this class. And then once I'm done with this, then I'll give it to y'all.
We'll figure that out.
Yeah, no sweat. All right, shalom, everybody. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Brekah Thumb. To all the brothers, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Slaki, Yahushua Mala Thun, Hashem Yahushua. To all the sisters, it's the Lashawan Qadash class. I am Priest Officer Haitazah of the Israelite School, Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. All right. Now, as usual, Shalom, Crystal. What's going on with you? Everybody jump in. I'm going to put the invite link in the chat as well as the class sign-in sheet. So, lucky we got started a little bit late. Forgive me. All right. Let me hit the AC. Jesus. You good, all right?
Cool. Appreciate you.
If you need water, some water's in the fridge.
All right.
I grab it.
Thank you. You step outside to the phone. Just taking a phone call. I don't want to interrupt you.
Okay, let me get the book for you.
What is this language? Is that Hebrew?
Yes, ancient Hebrew is called the Lashawan Qadash. So you spell it Lashawan Qadash.
The Holy Tongue.
The Holy Tongue, exactly. You ever seen a concordance? So this is what a concordance is, right? This is basically the dictionary of the Bible.
Okay.
So first it'll give you a bunch of words that are listed in the Bible from A to Z. And then behind that, you'll find, well, it's got the appendix. So in case there's like words that it needs more clarification on, you go to the appendix. Or when he's saying once you get past that, you got the Hebrew and the Greek, because the Bible is written in Hebrew and Greek. So it gives you the Greek, Hebrew and Greek translations from what was written then.
Right.
Because all they did was take the Greek and the Hebrew and translate it so they can understand it, or
Right.
for everybody can understand it.
Right.
You understand? So that's how we get the Bible today. The King James Version Bible was drafted in 1611. Well, I should say actually it was completed in 1611 and published. Hold on 1 second. Qadash Kabar. Shalom, no Christ, sir. This sir, what's going on?
Not much. I was seeing who was your ETA on that flight.
So I'll have to get back to you on it. I'm teaching the class right now.
Oh, all right. I got you.
All right, I'll call you right back.
All right, shalom.
So yeah, my bad. Like I was saying,
My last name was like Greek, so it's like crazy. It makes me like really interested in this stuff.
well, my last name is English.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? That's only because my slave master was English.
Right, and that's what the nurse told me. That's probably how I got the last name.
Right.
Was like, because you know I'm Haitian, we're on the island.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying maybe at one point in time, like my people were in the Americas, and that's how I got the last name, because I don't understand like how Haitian they get the.
Well, one thing you'll learn, like if you come to class more often, one thing you'll learn Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and then Saturday morning. If you do come, you know what I'm saying, you'll learn that we were scattered all around the world. Right. So we in Asia, we're in Europe, we're in, you know what I'm saying, Russia, Australia, Africa, everywhere. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we got a long history of just being dropped from here to there and being owned by these people and owned by that people. But before that, you know what I'm saying, we ruled Europe. Right. You know what I'm saying? We ruled Russia. We ruled Asia at times. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We ruled this. Yeah. Well, us, blacks and Spanish. Yeah, and Native Indians. Matter of fact, what's your nationality? Right. So you see what I'm saying? If you look back on that sign back there, you got the 12 tribes chart. Issachar is the Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? So, and Levi would be the Haitians. Like everybody's on that chart. But and the reason why we label it Negroes, West Indians, Haitians, Dominicans, so on and so forth, is because that's what they're known as today. You know what I'm saying? And that's the majority of them. There's also some, you know, it might be some Ephraimites or some, you know, what we would call Ephraimites, but like what the world would call Puerto Ricans. Might be Puerto Ricans that are living in Russia right now. You know what I'm saying? They don't call themselves Russian. I mean, they don't call themselves Puerto Rican. But you know what else? Those Russians don't call them. They don't call them Russian either. You feel what I'm saying? Hold on, let me. And I got a matter of fact, it's a brother right here in this class. You know what I'm saying? He might be able to attest for it. Tell him where you from, Lewis. Oh, he can't even talk.
Salag is I'm from Cape Town, South Africa.
Yeah, this brother's from Cape Town, South Africa. You know what I'm saying? But he's a Judite. He's what would be called a Negro. You understand? Bob Marley. Bob Marley is a white man, but he's from Jamaica. His dad was white. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it has nothing to do with where you are or where you came from, but it matters who you are. You know what I'm saying? Who your father is. That's what the whole Bible is about. It's all about lineage. Everything in the Bible has a lineage. Every person in the Bible has a lineage. That's why we have a 12 tribes chart. Because what are tribes? Families. You know what I'm saying? So it's trust me, it's a lot to cover, but today we in the Lashawan Qadash class, which is Hebrew. So we study the Hebrew language. We learn the origin of it. We learn the alphabet. We got the alphabet right there. And you know what I'm saying? We got prepositions, possessive pronouns, you got root words, you got proper nouns, you got, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot of different things. It's kind of like if you go back to elementary, you start learning how to speak English or whatever language you were taught in class. They start you with A's and B's and ABCs, 1, 2, 3s. You know what I'm saying? After you had already learned some basic words, you know what I mean? After you been around, you know, whoever you've been around, you start learning words from them. That's why they wait till you about 5 years old to get you started.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So you done accumulated enough words to where you can comprehend. Now we're gonna show you this language. We're gonna teach you this language. It's the same thing we're doing here. Salakia or all these Hebrew words you probably could not make out at all. But we have that, we understand that much Hebrew to where we can comprehend now when we start to actually learn. You know what I'm saying? So it's listen, man. I love this stuff. You understand?
Yeah, no, I definitely like it. I like one for knowledge.
Yeah. What's going on, Lewis? I did not put the link yet. I mean the class sign-in sheet yet. All right, real quick, Lewis, man. Go ahead and give me the Hebrew alphabet.
A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Taza, Kwa, Ra, Sha, and Tha.
Right. Give him a hand. Perfect. You understand? Get this off the board. All right. So what the brothers just was reading, turn this way. Was our Hebrew alphabet, right? You got the A, the Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ha, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, ma, na, sa, I, pa, taza, kwa, ra, sha, and tha. This is the ancient Hebrew, and this is the Assyrian Hebrew.
Which
Okay,
is what is used now.
which is what is used now. You
And
understand?
I don't notice it goes from right
To left, picking up. You know what I'm saying? So in Hebrew, it's written from right to left, correct? You know what I'm saying? So when I'm writing a sentence, I may write a sentence this way in Hebrew or in English, right? But when I write it in Hebrew, I'm gonna write it this way. You get what I'm saying? Because Hebrew is written from right to left rather than left to right. Okay. And another thing too, I wanted to show everybody about the Hebrew, right? Now, there's speculation that Hebrew is not the original language of the earth. This is a lie, because Hebrew is definitely the original language of the earth. And America knows it, the white man knows it, and it's where he gets the word alphabet from. All right, so you got the English, in the English, they'll call it the alphabet, right? Where does the alphabet come from? Alphabet is, this is what they're saying. They're saying the A, the Greek A is the alpha. The Greek B is the bet. You understand? But here's the thing, in Hebrew, the A stands for Allah. You almost see the correlation, right? Allah and the Ba, which would be the B today, is Ba Yah, right? The reason why they have these names is because Allah is the word for cattle. And if you look at this character, you can see that it's really just the head of an ox turned to its side. Boom. You understand? And at the same time, it's also the letter A. The Bayah represents a house, which is what this symbol is supposed to look like. It's supposed to resemble a house. You know what I'm saying? Like you can imagine the roof, the building, the door here. You get what I'm saying? This word Bayah means home. So it's alap, Bayah, and then you got the Ga, which is Gamel or Gamal. The Da is escaping my mind right now. But each one of these characters is titled something. It's titled after what Adam got the symbol from. So, like I said, he saw the head of a cow and he named the cow Allah, and he made this symbol to represent that cow or that character. You know what I'm saying? He made a symbol, and he started to use these pictures, different pictures, even the like I said, the Gamal, right? The God. This is the hump of a camel. Gamal is Hebrew for camel. So you got a Gamal. Let me see. I don't know how well I can draw a camel, but something like that. You feel me? Now, this is what he drew, the hump of the camel. And he said that's the God, the Gamal. All right? Because Gamal means camel in Hebrew. So he drew the hump of a God. He drew a hump of a camel. So each one of these characters actually is based off of a symbol that he drew. The first two symbols was the Alap and the Bayah. So they put it together and they came up with, someone put it together, which is the Jewish man. The Jewish man put these two things together, a left bet. right? A left for bet, a left bet, actually. A left bet, right? Because the way they pronounce it is a left. The rule to Hebrew is there is no ed. There's only consonant sounds. Like like we just read. Ba, ga, da, ha. You understand? So there's no ed, there's no e, there's no o's or nothing like that.
Like ow?
Yeah. So what they did was they took our character, which is called the alap, they changed it because I guess they illiterate, and said aleph, bet, and then translated that to alphabet. Why? Because Greek is alpha and bet. So that's kind of like some history on the alphabet. I just wanted to show everybody that this is the history of Hebrew. We never use alap bayat. We don't use that. You know what I'm saying? We don't call our language we don't call our alphabet, so to speak, the alap bayat. You know what I'm saying? We just call it the Hebrew alphabet or the Hebrew characters. Really, is what we call them. But you know what I'm saying? These are characters that represent our language. We don't call it the alap bayat, but this is where the alphabet comes from. And there's a strong connection between each character that's written in Greek that comes from the Hebrew, and then they over time changed it. It changed forms and became the English alphabet. All right. So last week, I'm not going to take too much time because we started late. But last week we did go over some verbs. Lewis left. I guess he got a bad connection or something. All right, so we went over some verbs last time, right? Some of the verbs we went over was mashak, which means anoint, ra'ah, to appear, wa'id means appoint, quam is arise, ayla is ascend, sha'al is ask, haya is be, and amayan is believe, right? So I'm gonna write it up on the board. Write those up on the board. Just a few of them, and then I'm gonna also right up here some nouns. So just to recap, we got mashak, right, which means anointed, or I'm sorry, anoint. Mashak means anoint. Mashak. All right.
Did it take you a long time to like get the concept of this?
I mean, you know, I'm still learning every day.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it's a whole language.
Right.
You know what I mean? It took how long did it take us to learn English? We're still learning English.
Yeah, exactly.
So, you know, I'm learning stuff new every day, but to get the gist of it, honestly, I think I caught on to it pretty easily just because I was so interested in it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I wanted to know it. It's kind of like I even like now I'm studying Spanish as well because it's just interesting to me. And I want to learn it. So, you know, but any language, you're not going to get it like
in a couple of weeks.
You know what I mean? Like they sell you that dream on these
like Rosetta Stone.
Yeah, they sell you those dreams like, oh, you can learn a language, and no, you can't. It takes a whole lifetime, really.
Yeah, really.
You know what I'm saying? If you wasn't raised in a family that speaks that language, because otherwise you would just be speaking the language, and you'll be using words that you don't even know, and then you gonna find them out. Like, oh, that's what that means. That's why they got dictionaries. They just use words they don't know every day. So you know, same here. You know what I mean? I could say something in Hebrew just because I know how to use it, but I wouldn't know what it means. I have to go here, Strong's Concordance, Strong's, concordance, and look up the word and then figure out, like, oh, okay, that's what that means. But yeah, it didn't, for me, it didn't really take long to catch on. I'm still learning. So mashak is to anoint, which is the root word for mashayak. Mashayak, which means anointed. right? Christ is called the Mashiach, right? Messiah. In Hebrew, it's Mashiach, which means anointed. Okay, so all you do is you take these characters, Ma, Sha, Cha, and the Sha and the Cha are connected, so the A that would be there, instead of saying Cha, you would just connect it to the Sha and take away the two A's. So then it becomes Shach. Ma, Shach. I'm sorry. Actually, I messed that up. But yeah, you will still connect these in Mashach. But in Mashayak, you put the Ya between the Sha and the Cha. So it becomes Sha, Ya, Ha. And now here, same concept. This becomes separated, and these two become connected. So now you have the Ya and the Cha, but because these two are connected, you take away the A's, and now it's Yak. So now it's Ma Sha Yak, which means anointed. All right.
And is that what like Hebrews refer to Christ as? Like,
Yeah.
the Messiah, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So Messiah means anointed.
Okay.
You know what I mean? All right. So we got Mashak, we got Ra'ah. Here. These two characters are separate, so you pronounce each one. Ra, ah. Ra. All right. This is the Assyrian. This is the ancient. Wa, I. Point. So we got our Ra, our I, yeah. Wa, I. I. You can get I. Wa. All right. Quam, which means arise. Quam and Ma are connected, making it quam. Okay. And if you notice, these two Ma's are different. So this is a Ma and this is a Ma, but they're different. Why? The rule in the Assyrian Hebrew is to replace the Ma with this character when it's at the end of the word. So this is at the end. If you look over here, use these letters if letters above fall at the end of the word. So you got 5 different characters that have substitute characters if they come at the end, right? Ka,
Like proper grammar.
say it again.
This is like their version of like the grammar, right?
I guess I wouldn't actually. That's a good question. I never looked into it like that. I don't know if it has to do with grammar. It's just the way we spell. You know what I'm saying? So there's a difference between this Hebrew and this Hebrew. As you can see, like when I'm writing this Hebrew, I put the connectors. There's these symbols right here. Like this is a connector. When it's facing downward, it means that this character is separate. But when it's facing upward, that means that it's connecting 2 characters together. These characters don't have that. You understand? The Assyrian Hebrew does not use connectors. So, it's kind of when you're reading Hebrew, when you're reading the Assyrian, like we got a Tanakh, right? Which is the law, the book of the law. But if you read that, it's full of these characters, not these characters. So you're reading it, you kind of got to know a little bit of Hebrew to know how to separate them or connect them. Like quam, I know this word because I use it a lot. I know anoint, I know anoint because I use it a lot. So if I know this word, and let's say I have a preposition or a possessive pronoun attached to these characters, right? Like for instance, a preposition, which would go at the start of the word, like if this is arise, I'll put a wa, which means and, right? So wa quam. I know quam means arise. So if I'm looking at this character, I know it means and, right? I'm separated. I'm gonna separate this character from these characters because I know the meaning of these two characters together. So wa just means and quam means arise. And now that's how I break down the word. I'm saying if it has something at the end, arise, it might have the wa at the end. So wa quamwa, right? What is wa quamwa? And he arise. You get what I'm saying? Or and he will arise, whatever the case may be. But now, because I have I got me. Crystal Morris want me to go into future tense and past tense as well. Y'all about to force me into it. So with verbs, dealing with conjugating a verb, which is what this is. When you add characters like this, you're conjugating. You understand? So now I can't conjugate this verb unless I know who I'm talking to. So this is he, which tells me that I know that I'm talking about a person. I know I'm talking about a man. There's a word that will come before it that lets me know that I'm talking to a man, and then I'll go into this, and then there's something that I'll do to these two characters to make it conjugated. And it's a whole. I know it probably if you can understand.
It sounds like grammar to me, like the rules.
Yeah, it's a lot of rules to the grammar.
Yeah.
So if I was to say and he arrived, I can't just spell it like this. I would have to adjust the quam part because it makes it an action. Like it makes it a verb. It makes it, yeah, but and he arose, like it would be and he arose, right? So it would be past tense. Or and he will arise, it will make it future tense. Right. Or and he is arising, make it present tense. Right? So if I was to make it present tense and say and he is arising, I would have to put a wa here. So wa quawam wa. So there's wa's on top of wa's, but the wa here means and, the wa here means he, and the wa in between these two characters is arising. It makes it present tense. All right, that wa it has to go after the first character of the word, no matter what the word is. So if it was mashak, if I add the wa, it would have to be after the first character. So it would go after the ma, which is wa, sha, kha, right? Ma washak. Ma washak means anointing. Let me put it in different. Anointing, because now this is present tense. Just because I added the wa. So yeah, that's basically the rules of the grammar. You got, like I said, you got prepositions that go before the word, and you got the possessive pronouns. Possessive pronouns gives purpose to the word. You know what I'm saying? It gives possession to the word. Who arose? He. You know what I'm saying? or she, which would be ha, or us, or our, which is now. You understand? So these are all our possessive pronouns, which go at the end of a word, and the prepositions go before the word. All right, who's all here with me? Crystal, I got you, sis, man. We gonna get there real soon. We'll get there real soon. This is like the teaser, you know what I'm saying? So you kind of getting the hang of it already. We ain't even start learning. All right, so this word is quam. All right. All right. All right, so those are some of our verbs. I'm gonna stop right there for the verbs, and we'll give you a few nouns. And what we're doing is we're learning these words so that eventually we'll be able to use these words in a sentence, forming a sentence. You understand? So whenever you're using a verb, of course, like I said, you have to have a noun to go with it, or you want to build up this conversation. You know what I mean? So we erase this off the board. And now we're gonna go over some nouns. All right, that you can put into your repertoire and use in conversation. Use these words daily just to get used to them. All right, so you see somebody, and you want to tell them about, you're pointing at something, you want to say that thing, right? You want to be able to use the word in Hebrew if you want to maintain it. So the first word we're going to put up is ma za ba. Ma Mazabak. All right, which means altar. Altar as in like podium. You know what I'm saying? Altar, what you burn offerings on in the old time. All right, Mazabak. Ma za bak. Ma za bak. All right. So you might want to say Mazabat, like go put that offering on the altar, right? Go put that offering on the Mazabat. You know what I'm saying? Yala Kowat. Yala Kowat. Right? Means bag. Go get that bag. Ya la wa. Right? Dog. Dog means bear, like a grizzly bear. Dog. Gab. Zakwana is beard. Zakwana. 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 All right. Zakwana. One more. Wow, I really like that. Ba, ha, ma. All right. Ba, ha, ma, ha. Ma and ha are connected. So it's just ma. The ha doesn't even make a sound. Ba, ba, ma.
What is that?
Oh, I'm sorry. It means beast. All right. Ba, ma means beast. I saw that word and I was like, wait, this is what the Bahamas mean?
Like, that's crazy. It's like really close.
Very close. Yeah. So, and what you'll find out is a lot of words are Hebrew words.
Right.
I'll give you one. Like camel. Camel is literally Hebrew, but instead of gamal, you know what I'm saying, they said camel. Yeah. Another one would be, let me look. I think I got some more here. No, but there's definitely plenty of words all throughout the Bible that like it's the same exact word.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? All because what? They stole our language.
Right.
They kept it from us. They gave it to their own people, and they told us, "Yeah, you guys don't have a language." You know what I'm saying? If you go back far enough, the Mexicans, the Olmecs, the Aztec and the Inca, they had languages very similar to this.
Right.
The Cherokee Indians, the Seminole Indians, they had languages all very similar to this. If you go down, goddamn, to West Palm Beach, there's streets that are named and spelled damn near the same as this.
Right.
Banyan,
Oh, yeah.
that's literally Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? Banyan, matter of fact, I think that's on here. You got Bana, Bayaf, Banyan. I'm trying to find Banyan. That's definitely a Hebrew word. One second. I'll give you one for time's sake. Banyan. All right, Bunyan, right? Now, Bunyan is what I was looking for. This word is still very similar. Bunyan, you gotta break it down, right? Yam is right hand or right side, right? I just put right, right? Bun is son. So this is how you would spell it in Hebrew. Bun, which is son. Then you got Yum. Yun, which is right. Right? So Bun Yum Yun means son of the right. Son of the right hand. You know what I'm saying? Like my right hand man. But his father named him this, you understand, during his his baby mama's death. I don't want to call it baby mama, but that's what everybody know that. All right, so his wife, one of his wives, was giving birth to this child, and she called him Benaiah, I believe was the word, Benaiah, because she said, son of my grief, son of my death. You know what I'm saying? Like this kid killed me. His father, Jacob, which is the father of the 12 tribes of Israel, was like, nah, we're not naming him that. Like, so she's dead. You know what I'm saying? Like she passes away, but she gives birth to this child, and she tries to name the child, you know, son of death, basically. Right. And he's like, nah, we're not naming him that. We're gonna name him Bunyamin. You know what I'm saying? Son of my right hand. I'm gonna keep him close. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a lot of history in that book. Let me go to it. I think I wrote it in here. I want to get it right. Benoni. Yeah, but really, hold on, let me go to 35 and 18. So it's in the book of Genesis, chapter 35, verse 18. Let me get the Hebrew word. Yeah, Bun Awanya. Yeah, Bun Awanya. Right, which means son of my sorrow. Because she was about to die, you know what I'm saying? Like this kid is gonna kill her. So, you know what I mean? Like she named him Benoni. But here's the amazing thing about it. That sister had that child, and I applaud her for that. You know what I'm saying? She said, I'm gonna have this baby. Even if it's gonna kill me, I'm gonna have this baby, which is the mindset that our women today should be in. You know what I'm saying? Instead, we want to kill the baby. You know what I'm saying? Which, now here's the thing. In self-defense, if the birth of your child is gonna kill your wife, choose your wife. You can make another baby. You know what I'm saying? No, that's not true. That's not true. But you probably only got one wife. But my point is, you can make more children. Right. You know what I'm saying? You can get another wife too, but you know what I mean, it's better if you just make another baby with the wife you had. Right. Instead of, her dying. Now you have to go and get another wife if you want to have another child. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like in self-defense, and I say that I gotta stress that word, in self-defense, you have to protect your wife's life.
Right.
And that's one thing. It's the reason you eat. It's the reason why you go and get a hamburger. A cow has to die for you not to starve.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A chicken has to die for you not to starve. So it's about self-preservation. It's about survival.
Right.
You know what I mean? Before there was a white man in this land, the native Indians killed what they ate.
Right.
And they respected that animal because it was what was keeping them alive. That's why they had those rules, or that culture or whatever. When they kill an animal, they have to kill it, so that it don't suffer, and they comfort it when it's dying.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As the deer is sitting there bleeding out, petting it and making sure it has a peaceful death, because we are respectful people like that. When Christopher Columbus came over here, he saw that. He took advantage of it. You know what I mean? He enslaved all of those people.
Right.
Took them to that place, brought more people over here. You know what I'm saying? Went across the land. You know what I'm saying? Now they got a whole exploration trying to find more of these people who he said would make perfect slaves.
Right.
Which is why I won't say this is how the whole slave trade started, but it was very influential. You know what I'm saying? That one voyage, people think that it was all about finding spices. No, he found something way more valuable than spices. He found the people that would do anything, and even to this very day, we'll do anything for these people that rule over us, and we'll fight each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We'll put each other to death. We'll sell drugs to each other when they the ones put the drugs in our neighborhoods.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, we'll fight over a block, but it's got George Washington's name on it.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So my point was that we got to care about each other. Self-preservation, self-defense. You know what I'm saying? So choose your wife, you know what I mean? And that's if the situation occurs where your child is about to take your wife's life. Right. Other than that, you know what I'm saying? Let that child be. Grow that baby, man. Give him a chance to choose life or death. Right. But I won't get into abortion today. This is about a language. And matter of fact, I don't want to run too much longer. Oh no, yeah, we started late, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it a little early today, because Krista Moore said H1126. Oh yeah. See, she take notes. This sister right here, man, give Krista Morris a hand. She had it. I remember that. I mean, we got notebooks as well. You know what I'm saying? If you need one, just say something. But yeah, whatever. You know what I mean? It's a notebook right there you could use. It's not being used. But yeah, so that's gonna be the end of this class. I was gonna go into a little bit of the future tense, or present tense, I should say. But I'm gonna say that for next week. All right, so that, man. All right, this has been the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. You understand? I am Preaching Officer Itazab. This is the Lashawan Qadash class. Dang, Lewis. My man, listen, bro. I don't know what's going on your end. You in and out.
Salagi, sir.
Yeah.
I was watching. Sometimes the network is a little, a little weak, and then it cannot take the streaming. Then I just watch the class, and then I wait for the network to get a little stronger, and then I just get back.
No, I feel you. It's a struggle out here, man. The white man is the devil, the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
All right. So yeah, man, with that, man, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabrak Thumb. What I said was Yahweh, which is the Most High's name, and the name of Yahweh Shah, which is the name of Jesus Christ's real name in Hebrew, bless you. All right. And to the sisters, Yahweh Shamar Alathun Ba Shem Yahweh Shah, which means the Most High watch over you in the name of Yahweh Shah. All right. So, all right. Good class, y'all. The water for being in class. I'll give it to you next week. See you tomorrow for the Sabbath service.